Have you noticed how no one really questions it? We say we want children, but why? The answer is more complicated, more human than we often admit. We've heard the usual reasons: culture, family pressure, or simply following the timeline we've been told. Marriage, house, children, repeat. But these are just surface answers. Answers we rarely stop to question. What is truly moving us beneath it all? This video will focus on psychology. We'll explore the philosophy side of this topic more deeply in another video. Psychology helps us understand how our minds work, why we behave as we do, often without realizing it, and why we desire certain things or follow certain patterns. Let's explore 4 psychological truths behind why we want children.
1. Biological instinct. Biological instinct is our natural inborn drive to survive and reproduce. Evolutionary psychology tells us we are wired to continue our bloodline. It's not unique to humans. It's part of nature's design. Yet for humans, this instinct goes beyond biology. It ties into nurturing, protecting, and guiding the next generation. Even those who reject the idea of parenthood often feel this quiet pull. It's not romantic, but it's real. Our bodies are wired to create life. Our minds are wired to imagine a future where that life carries a part of us forward. 2. Terror management theory. Terror management theory, or TMT, developed by Jeff Greenberg, Sheldon Solomon, and Tom Piccinski in the 1980s, builds on Ernest Becker's The Denial of Death. It suggests that much of human behavior is driven by one of our deepest fears: the awareness of our own mortality. The reality of death. Unlike animals, humans carry the burden of knowing that one day we will cease to exist. This awareness shapes more of our actions than we often realize. Legacy, achievements, even having children become the tools we use to protect ourselves from this fear. Children, in particular, make us feel that something of us will live on. They carry our names, our genetics, and often our dreams. They give us a thread of continuity that extends beyond our own final breath. In this way, children don't just represent the future. They represent survival in the face of oblivion. They become a living answer to the silent, uncomfortable question that haunts us all. What will remain when I am gone? TMT reminds us that beneath many of our life decisions, including the desire to have children, lies a simple human truth. We are trying to make peace with the idea of our own end. And children, small, fragile, and full of promise, seem to offer a kind of immortality we can hold in our arms. 3. Connection and emotional fulfillment. You may already know the well-known Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Among those 5 levels, love and belonging sit at the 3rd level, right after our basic physical and safety needs. Maslow reminds us that love and belonging are as essential as food and shelter. Humans are driven by a deep desire to connect, to love, to be loved, to feel needed, and to belong. For many people, having a child feels like one of the purest ways to fulfill this need. It offers connection, purpose, and a relationship that feels unconditional and deeply meaningful. Becoming a parent provides a role in life that feels irreplaceable. A relationship where we can give and receive love without the same doubts or fears that sometimes complicate adult connections. Even people who struggle with adult relationships often hope that becoming a parent will bring a kind of love and bond that feels certain, in a world where other relationships might not. 4. Social comparison and identity. Social comparison theory, by Leon Festinger, explains how we judge ourselves based on others. We watch peers build families and question our own progress. Are we late? Are we missing something? This pressure isn't always spoken aloud. It grows quietly, shaped by expectations, media, and years of subtle influence. Having children feels like ticking a box on life's checklist, a sign of adulthood, success, and stability. Sometimes, it's less about desire and more about keeping pace.
Think back. Have you ever wanted something, not because you truly desired it, but because it seemed like everyone else did? Or because you feared regret? Children aren't just about the future. Sometimes they're about the parts of ourselves we're still trying to understand. The truth is, there are countless psychological theories trying to explain why we want children. But deep down, most of them lead back to the same 4 reasons we've explored here. It's in our nature. We want to defy death. We long for love and connection. And we don't want to be left behind. That's not simply psychology. That's being human. If you enjoy this kind of thoughtful exploration, diving into the hidden reasons behind human behavior, subscribe to Thought 101. Here, we don't tell you what to think. We wonder, reflect, and ask questions together. See you in the next video.